like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console.
Welcome back to The Five. So the 2 American hikers jailed in Iran have been released in exchange for $1 million. The money was paid by Oman, which is a country, not the model, married to David Bowie. Shane Bauer and Josh Patel's family say they were just hiking in northern Iraq when they strayed over the unmarked border with Iran. Like everyone, I'm really thankful they're safe. But hiking in northern Iraq on an unmarked border? Are you nuts? Haven't you heard of Yellowstone? It's a great park. In the winter, you have its thermal features all to yourself. I don't know what that means either, but it sounds like you could do it in your underwear. Or try the Capitol Reef National Park, the least well-known of Utah's desert parks. It's quiet. I go there when I'm trying to avoid Brian Kilmeade. And while you're in Utah, check out Zion National Park. It has lovely day hikes, and doing them won't make you a Zionist. My point, every time you hike on the border of something bad, whether it's Iran, North Korea, or Boston, you put yourself in danger, and the U.S. ends up dealing with extortionists. So why bother when we have the greatest parks in the world? Do us a favor. Next time, try Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. They're known for their Mexican free-tailed bats, which, like Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, are dark and hairy, but they won't take your money. All right, we're happy they're back. I think we have brand new video of the hikers getting off the plane in Oman, or Oman. There they are.
Running off the plane, as I would.
Here's my question. I go to you, Juan. Do you ever put yourself in their situation and go, what would be the first thing you eat? Like, what would you do? What would you, like, the first thing you do? Of course, you'd get to have a shower. But
you know, it's interesting. Whenever my family goes on these trips, they all come back and they run to McDonald's.
Exactly.
I don't know what.
Always McDonald's.
But there's McDonald's everywhere.
Addicted. What?
And there's McDonald's everywhere, so it's not like you can't go to McDonald's somewhere.
But they want American food.
Yeah.
They want a burger, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's so true. And there is no McDonald's served in Evin prison, which is where these 2 were held, which is the most notorious and really vicious. It's a total torture chamber where they were held. Now, there's no evidence that these 2 or 3, when they had the woman with them, were tortured. They look like they're in relatively good health, thank goodness. But, you know, to your point, it's true. I mean, recently on Twitter, there was a hashtag trend. Who does that? Yeah. Who does that? And the idea that you would be hiking on an unmarked border with a country that doesn't have diplomatic relations with the United States. So if something happened,
we have men and women in uniform who are serving that are there with guns and other types of things and force protection and everything because they need to be. That's the dangerous part of the world. And so you do have to ask a question, and I hope that once they're settled and they've gone to Golden Corral a couple times and they've filled up and they've fattened back up, and they can explain to us what it was like. We don't have any intel on the inside of Iran. It's very interesting to hear.
Wait, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. You know why it's a bad idea?
Which one?
Because they were saying those people were spies.
Well, they were.
Were they?
Absolutely.
What?
What are
you talking about?
You're going to go to northern Iraq and start playing around the Iran?
Oh, my God.
Kept them.
What?
You are. Take them.
Hey,
you are an awful man.
Hey, what is on your mind?
Are you kidding?
Wait, I'm going to start.
I'm not
joking.
He's out of control.
Here's the deal. Why is Oman getting involved in releasing why did they pay to release these guys?
Well, they did that also. Oman was the same ones that paid, who knows, maybe it's a pass-through and we use the bank or whatever, and somebody pays it. I don't know who pays it. But
doesn't it sound
why
a little
did you
strange?
But remember, Eric, remember that Oman is an ally of the United States. Correct. We have good relations with them. And look, there could have been some sort of quid pro quo where Oman steps in, they pay the $1 million, they get the hikers out of there, and in exchange, they maybe get a new F-16.
Yeah, that's diplomacy. That's the way the game is played.
So now we have to put up an F-16 to get these 2 yo-yos back from.
Wait a minute. A second ago, you were saying they were spies for us.
Yeah, but what do you want to get them back?
I don't know
if they
who
were
they're
spies?
spying for. I'm saying keep it. It's just like when people take chances and they go, hike on some wild trail and they get lost, and we have to put our rescue workers at risk to go find them, and they, or firemen. Someone starts a fire.
Yeah, but what about stupidity?
They were stupid.
Well, I'm saying, so it might be that they just were.
So we have to give an F-16 to bring back.
Well, I'm saying, look, they're Americans, and if it was your kids or my kids, would want the United States to take. But I can understand, to get back to Greg's point, how people consistently do this. Didn't the ladies who were journalists or something, stray over and we
North
went
Korea.
in?
Yeah.
Same.
Remember in Bill Clinton?
Exactly.
Moral to the story: watch the National Geographic Channel. Watch other people hike for you. That's what I do. I never leave my apartment.
I do that too.
Facebook app that they could create where you act like it feels like you're walking through the northern border of Iraq?
Yes, they will when they invent that. I'm buying it. Okay, I want to.
Yeah, I think Greg has an app like that for sex.
Terrible, man. Oh, this is a family show. All right, Ahmadinejad was supposed to have dinner with a bunch of Colombian students. It was like an independent dinner with members of CIRCA, Colombia International Relations Council, abruptly canceled because they knew there were going to be protests. Here's the thing: did they miss a great opportunity to nail him for his homophobia and his anti-female beliefs and his just, how about you, Dana?
I wasn't for him getting a visa to come to the States anyway.
Yeah.
But if he's going to be here, why not?
Yeah.
Let him answer a lot of those questions. And I'd love to know the backstory of all of this. Possibly it was that there was a security threat, and then you don't want to put students in danger.
I think, was it on this show Monday or maybe it was Red Eye when I said, why can't we kidnap him? Maybe it was me.
No, you said that here.
Did I say that here?
I
said, why, if he's coming, why can't they kidnap our Americans? Why can't we kidnap him?
That is an ingenious idea and would not at all create an international incident, which is what I love about it. But your point, Greg and Dana, I would agree with it if we knew that those students would be unsympathetic to him and would nail him and pepper him. How do you know that these aren't a bunch of students who might sympathize with the Iranian leader?
Yeah.
Well,
and just want to yuck it up and have some McDonald's
but this is America. And I'm glad, you know what, let him say, but let's have the conversation. And I think they should condemn him for his homophobia, his gay bashing, his anti-Semitism.
His arresting kids from the water fights.
But you know what, this is the home of the UN. You can't deny leaders you don't like visas.
Yeah.
That's why I think that this meeting should just end.
All right.
You know what this UN confab needed? Muammar Gaddafi, who did not show up.
Stand at my place, by the way. All right, coming up. Sarah Palin makes, or maybe doesn't make, her own 2012 news. She spoke to Sean Hannity last night about the presidential race, and we'll have that for you next on The Five.
Since